Are you getting up today? Okay, I'm not asking.
Howdy.
Hi,
Hello.
everybody.
Welcome,
Howdy.
welcome. Was that was that um
Mini Pearl.
Ma Kettle from the farm? Or
Mini
was
Pearl.
that somebody else? Minnie
Mini
Pearl. She's the one that
Pearl.
had the hat with the tag on it, right? She always had
Yeah,
a tag on her hat.
price
Yeah.
tag on her hat.
Yeah.
Price tag. Yeah.
And she
Just
goes,
Mark,
priceless.
I really like
howdy.
your. Oh, Mark, I really like your skirt. I noticed there's a cat.
Cat is.
Oh, cool.
Uh-uh-uh.
Wow. I haven't seen that one, Mark. Woohoo.
Isn't it
Those
cute?
eyes are staring right at us.
Yep. It
Hi,
kind of comes like
Janet.
plants.
Yeah. So I tried to welcome everybody that I have by writing your names in the chat. Thank you all for being here. And I see Janet just got here. Hi, Gerald. Hi, Scorpio Mama. Nice to see you all. Welcome, welcome. I haven't done much this week, but I'm not apologizing. I am glad that I got my grading done. That helped me a great deal. Because boy, oh boy, I tell you. Oh, really, Carolyn? Minnie Pearl was opposite of her character? Oh, wow. I had no idea. I had no idea. Hi, MJ420. Oh, and Samantha. My goodness. It's good to see all of you. Oh, we got the baby there on the floor. All right. So, how many animals do you think um, are cremated every week? I know that's kind of a morbid topic, but any idea? Any idea?
No, I never really thought
Not
about it.
really. Never really thought about it. Well, I went to get my baby's ashes yesterday, and
Uh-huh.
I get there because they called me, and there's like a whole. This is one veterinary's office. There's like this whole huge line of ashes in boxes for all these
Wow.
babies, and I know there was like 20 of them, and I thought, wow, what's going on? So and then I've noticed on Facebook that a lot of people are going through some tough times right now. I don't really know, everybody's situation, but I have seen it. So I just want to send out a lot of love to everybody, people dealing with the loss of animals, people have a tough time, finances and other things, or illness and everything. I just want to send you all love and light and tell you to keep your chin up. Keep your chin up, right?
That's enough. I'll go outside.
Okay. Oh, some may never have been picked up. Oof. It's like $400 to have it done. So I don't know why somebody wouldn't pick it up, but okay. Okay. Might be. It might be. What you been up to, Mark? What you been up to?
Oh, same old 7 and 6. Just doing the same stuff. We're still working on my house. I always have a lot to do. Working on that booth. My
Uh-huh.
consignment booth. I'm always like putting stuff in there,
Oh yeah.
and
Good. Good.
just living.
Yeah.
Just living. Well, that's good news. We
See,
like that news. How
I've
about you?
always buried my pets. For one thing, I couldn't afford to get them
A lot of
cremated.
people do. I just had decided, well, uh, Lisa Foster, when she lost her beautiful little dog,
Mhm.
she got the ashes, and one of the animal communicators said it would be really sad to see a dog stuck in a box or in an urn or something. So you should let the ashes go. So she did, and I have 4 dogs worth of ashes in my house.
Oh,
So I will be releasing those when my husband comes home. We're going to do a ceremony for all of them, and because I've had 3 in the last 3 years, and the other one was an older dog that I had back in 2000. So, um, yeah,
I can't
it's
imagine
just
that the
everybody.
animals care that much if their ashes are in an urn or not. I don't think they give a hoot really. Once they get to the
Well, they may or may
not really
yeah.
concerned about their ashes. I don't think that's my own
Uh huh.
personal. Yeah.
Yep. Yep. Okay. Friend of yours had a 20-year-old dog. Just before winter, she dug his grave. Oh, gosh. All right. Well, I don't mean to be morbid here, everybody. So I'll try to switch the conversation. But thank you for your input. Terri, how about you? What you been up to? Yeah.
Well, I have been just hanging out. The weather has finally got just a smidge enough nicer that I can get outside, and I've already made a complete plan and the list to buy everything to restore my side deck, which is way
Cool.
up in the air. So I already took one railing off yesterday and
Oh,
had to
okay.
had to warn everybody and put up a little barrier so if my little dog went out there, she didn't fall off the end.
Yeah.
But
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
yeah, but I am
Yep.
just can't wait to build things.
That's great. Yeah, it's good.
Oh, that's really
I
good.
have a lot of that energy going on too, where I need to be doing stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I
I'm so
painted a china cabinet today, just because, and
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden last night I just decided to put crystals all over a bottle. I don't know why, really. I
wow.
just glued a whole bunch of
Ooh.
crystals while I was
Yeah,
just sitting. I don't know. I just felt like I needed to be doing something with my hand.
right. Well, I am
Well,
feeling that energy too. Like we got to do something.
Yeah.
yeah. Yep. I don't know if part of that is there was a lot of really crazy energy, I think, around the new moon, a full moon on Monday, Tuesday. And I didn't sleep for like 3 days. I had maybe an hour's sleep. It was awful. Things have gotten better since then, but I'm seeing a lot of people, what do we have to move our clocks on Sunday? We have to spring forward again. It's already that time. So
I hate
it's
that.
no wonder. Yeah.
Yeah.
No wonder people are feeling a little antsy. They want spring to come and they want to, oh, good. This is good, Wiki. So you're going to go ahead and do the remodel. Good for you. Good for
Yeah.
you. All right. Yeah.
I
Hi,
got
Denise McMullins. Yeah. All right. Um, and me, I've just been grading lousy papers. I had nearly 200 research papers that were due from 4 different classes, and they were, for the most part, all wrong.
Oh,
And so I told them to redo them, and guess who gets to grade them again? So most of them have been resubmitted and graded. But it's like, I know they want it to be spring. I already know that. I could, all of us do. So, yeah. All right. Well, anything coming up that the folks should know about that you're doing? Any shows or anything?
yeah, on the 18th and 19th, which is coming up so much faster than I thought it would. I have another MeWe fair in Linwood, Washington, where I live like 8 minutes from.
Mm-hmm.
So that's going to be fun. I'm going to do each day. I'm going to read a room, but I'm not going to take people on a journey at night. So
No,
I get a rest.
that must have been tiring that whole day, and then doing that at night. That had to be exhausting. Yeah.
Yeah. I think the next day when I was reading on Sunday, I think I did a good job reading, but I think I was internally very, very tired. I forgot to eat.
Sure.
I forgot to drink. I forgot everything.
Wow. Can't do that. Self-care, right? But I understand why that happens. It's like you don't even realize it. That. All right. So Lisa says she's on and off aggravated and grumpy. All right. So it's not just you. Just know that it's not just you. There's just a lot of craziness going on. Let's get some readings going here. Let's see. All right. So we got Rose Flower, who would like to have a message.
Rose flower.
By the way, I have my second open mic tomorrow night at 5 o'clock Pacific time, 8 o'clock Eastern time. And I have 4 people that are supposed to be coming. And if anybody else decides that they would be interested in ever doing one, let me know. We can always schedule another one at some point. All right. Thank you.
Are you taking, do you have to do jokes on it, or what's open mic?
You can do that if you want. Would you like to do that, Mark?
I'm just wondering, what do you do on open mic?
Well, a lot of the people that were on red cards, or Claudia did, she did the, what do you call it, the dowsing rods, and we had, so people are practicing basically something that they've never done before, because it's an opportunity to have people have questions and for them to try to answer them. So yeah, it worked out really well last time.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
So Rose
Hi,
Flower,
Judy.
I am kind of getting a knowing of they're just saying, hang in there, hang in there. Things have been rough right now. This is just like this full moon energy has been a little bit rough for everybody. They're saying, hang in there. Spring is just around the corner. And as I see them kind of walking you around a corner, kind of they're almost literally doing what they're talking about spring. I do see at your feet, they're showing me that there are little gifts. So I do think there's little gifts that you're not expecting, that you know, you're going to be going about your day and you're going to discover something about yourself. So I don't really mean a physical gift. I mean, you just something that happens and you realize what a gift it was to you, that it helped you see your life, see things in a different way, that brightens your way a little bit. And that's what I got.
That your dog or Mark's?
Yes,
Oh, it's
I'm
Mark's.
not going to put you outside. What is your problem? Go get it. Go. There's nothing out there. You're getting on my last nerve. Buttercup. Hi. That's the cat.
So while we're waiting, I'm going to tell you my little chihuahua, I would know it wasn't mine because she sounds like a smoker. She barks like a little smoker.
Oh no.
She's barking at the cat like she's never seen it before, and it's the cat that's her friend. So I don't know what's that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. Are you ready for me?
Yep.
I see barking in your future. No. Rose flower. I get a little bit sort of the same Terry's getting, that with the spring comes a shift in energy for the positive. That's kind of for everybody, I think. But for you too. Although I'm kind of talking about spring equinox, because I don't necessarily think we're done with winter yet. It might be officially spring, but I don't really think it's going to be spring. But anyway, the energy is going to shift at that time, I feel like, for a positive, more, you're going to feel more outgoing, more like getting up and doing something. You know, they're out there dancing under the disco ball. But, you know, kind of feeling more like being with it, or because I've been kind of out of it, or not quite. I don't know. It's hard to describe it. But I feel like kind of getting more where we feel more like ourselves. Let's say that. And then also with that shift, becoming clearer on things like gut reactions, gut feelings, intuition, that stuff coming through more clearly with this shift in the spring. And, you know, encouraging you or to master that part of yourself, that your relationship with spirit. Okay.
Thank you, Claudia. Scorpio Mama, I don't see your question, so if you wouldn't mind, please putting it back up. That would be nice. I went back as far as I could. So I see, Rose Flower, that you're doing some kind of rising above things, and you're becoming more mystical oriented. And what I really love about this is the growth is really there for you. So there's lots of growth involved in that. So much growth that you could almost be a storyteller. You could almost tell everybody, what your experiences were, and get some sort of feedback from them to see how that's been working out for you. But it's interesting, the last card that I pulled, remember the first one, you're rising with a balloon, and the last one, it says you're going to release it. So I think you're rising. Hopefully you're back on the ground when you release the balloon so you don't fall back into the ground. But it looks to me as though you have gone through this rising and now you're going to release it and things are going to start working out for you. So I think it's a great reading. So thank you. All right. And thank you, Mark and Terri. All right. We have Linda Thompson wondering if her dog, Toby, who died many years ago, still comes by. Oh, I do have it, Scorpio Mama. Sorry.
Her dog Toby, who died many years ago, still come by. Toby.
Yes, Valerie.
Toby.
Oh, wow. Mary Trump is going to have Lena Rodriguez come on her show.
That's pretty cool.
It is cool.
So I see Toby on the stage, and he says, yes, he comes by a lot. But he's kind of talking about the fact that it does seem like there's kind of a lot of pets right now coming in, and that they are often all there for others.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. The other day I was with some other people meditating, and I noticed once in a while I talk to councils. There's councils of beings, and I got introduced to a pet council, a council of animals. And he's just letting me know that, yeah, that he's part of that council. He works on it. He does help, his family as well. But he's just a good little dog, just a happy little dog. And I do think that we're going to start hearing more from this pet council.
Really? Cool. So, Linda, I pulled 3 doggy cards, and the first one I got is boredom. He says, I'm with you when I'm bored. I come and visit with you. And then he says, but I have a lot of integrity, and I would be the first to admit that I come by to be entertained. And the dog agrees. He's also saying, now I have a lot of playfulness because I'm free to be playful. So, yeah, I get the feeling.
Mm-hmm.
I love that pet council. That's pretty cool, Terri.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not getting very clear on this one. I feel like I'm going to pass on it because I'm not getting a very clear message.
Okay. Monica R. says, may I please have a message? I think I'm depressed. Oh, honey. I think we all are to some degree. And I think I may be wrong, but I just think it's got so much to do with us living in this chaos for so long. Plus winter isn't the greatest.
So, Monica R., they they are showing me you trying to kind of navigate, trying to walk, and there's sand below you, and it's shifting sand. You know how when you go to the ocean, that when you're far away from the ocean and the sand is dry, it's hard to walk. It keeps shifting and moving under your feet. And I see that this is happening to you. This is causing you great consternation. But they're giving me another that I think is what they would like you to do, and they're showing me nighttime. Yeah, there's a night sky, a nice navy night sky with lots of brilliant stars in it, and I think they want you at night to sometimes take a little break. Uh, I see you sitting almost cross-legged, but just sitting and doing a tiny bit of meditation and reflection. That this will help settle your soul. It'll help settle these moving sands. Um, it very much doesn't feel like it's like forever, like you're going to be depressed forever. It almost seems like it's more this energy that we have. But consider doing before going to bed, maybe just taking a little bit of time out to meditate or pray or have gratitude, just something like that that helps settle you.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. It feels more like just general depressive energy rather than super specific to you, particularly. I know you're feeling it, so of course it's
Hmm.
specific to you, but it seems more like just an energy that's just sort of weighing. And I think a lot of us might feel it. For one thing, it's hard to feel upbeat when it seems like all the most negative and creepy people in the world are in charge. And,
Thank
and
you.
I'll see it everywhere, like where was it in
Hmm.
Iran or whatever? But the people all over the world are going, we're sick of not being treated like human beings on the earth, and we're sick of people
Yeah.
in charge of us not caring about it. And I see it everywhere, and it brings me down. I think, whew,
Yeah.
it would be nice to see some,
Yeah.
more positive progression. It doesn't
Positive
mean it's
stuff.
happening, but it would be nice to see it, and all of our news and everything
I
is so
agree.
anyway. But
No,
even
I
though
agree.
that comes upon us and we all kind of go through that, I know I do. Spirit's just reminding you, joy finds your bliss. But that sometimes just turn it off, just purposely do something the opposite. It's kind of like
Hmm.
I will stop thinking and contemplating and fretting and just go watch something silly that I know is going to make me laugh instead. Just change my focus because you can choose joy in any moment. So just reminding you of
Hmm.
that. Also, there's a balance. We feel down, we feel up. It's sort of a natural
True.
thing. Everybody
Hmm.
feels down. Um, and so that's kind of the balance. Um, but you don't want to. So they're also talking about this balance in that you don't want to stay. It's okay to feel the loss, grieve, feel sad, feel the way you feel, but then change your focus. You know what I mean? Go ahead and have the emotion, have
Yeah.
the feeling, but then change it. Don't just wallow in it and dwell on it. Not that you are. That's kind of a message for everybody.
Mhm.
Um, and that's what I'm hearing
Yep.
about that whole thing.
Mhm.
So two things. The first thing is this is the third time today I've pulled rise. Different card, but same message. We need to rise up. We need to become lighter. We need to have some fun. So Craig asked me to tell his little story that happened to him when he was in California. We were on a show. He was in California, and he was down by Grauman's Chinese and with the stars, the Hollywood stars. And I
Yeah.
said, is whose star there? And he said, yes. And I said, well, it'd be nice if someone could go over and, urinate on that star. And then after I said it, that I thought that was pretty gross and I should not have said such things. So Craig tells me there's a homeless guy there. He hands him $5. And the guy says, if you give me just a little more, I'll do something special. But he didn't say what. That's what Craig said. And so he went in and got him some Chinese food, I guess. And the guy did what I said.
Oh, no.
So be careful of your words. They're very powerful. Even though Craig didn't do it, somebody did it. And yeah, interesting, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right. So Christina, 28, doesn't have a specific question, but I tell you, I'm having trouble today, but would love to hear whatever comes through. And if possible, find out who's around her. If you can find that out for her, she would love to know.
Christina.
So, like, as you probably know, I have a little stage, and it's so funny because it's like there's this. My stage is actually very modern looking. It doesn't really have curtains or anything like that, but on the stage is coming these brown curtains, like an old-fashioned photo, like a sepia colored photo, and it's got these brown it's like a square, and it's coming in, and it has these older people on it. And then all this sepia, I see one of them with their heart starting to glow red, and it's glowing red and kind of coming out and taking over the stage more. So what does this mean for Tina? So they're letting you know that all of your ancestors that are on the other side, it's as if their stage is reversed. They're watching you instead of you watching them. And that their love for you is very, very strong. And it really takes over because they're projecting it towards you, projecting this deep red love color to me towards you. And they're letting you know that all things are possible, that you can't, stop worrying too much. You can't make a bad decision, that regardless of how you make decisions, you will fulfill your life's purpose. This is part of that, and they're kind of saying this for everybody a little bit, that we all have a life purpose. We're all going towards that. And that they are helping us. They're helping us by sending love, by sending light. I'm seeing more light, like this light kind of lights up our eyes so we can see things a little easier. But they're just reminding you that they're there for you, that you are the star of the show now, and they are there to help you. And just that's for you.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
Oh.
Yep, I feel I've become more and aware every day that the veil's being lifted. And we've been saying that forever, but it's being lifted more and
Yep.
more. And your relationship with spiritual energy, or the energy we don't normally see with our physical eyes, is getting harder to ignore, let's say that, or harder not to notice. And so your spirit team, your individual group that's assigned to you, is kind of like trying to get your attention. So, like this little kitten patting that little puppy on the, it says instigator, kind of like Allie, instigator. Got to start something. So it's like spirit going la 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 la. You say, who's around me? And they're trying to get your attention. They're also saying, go ahead, embrace us, embrace the mystery, embrace the unknown. So they're really calling to you to play with them, play with their energy, realize your own individual way of working with spirit, in a practical daily way. That's what they're looking to do with you and with all of us, of course. And so they're also just requesting, this is retreat, stop the spin. But little kitty got inside the dryer because it was too noisy outside. But they're kind of encouraging you to sit down and be quiet for a little bit. I don't even want to use the word meditate because people get scared about that sometimes, about that word. But just sit and be quiet, breathe, and just imagine your oneness with the Creator for a few minutes, just to sit quietly and see if something else comes up or not. Doesn't really matter. But they do want you to sit in that dryer and, allow yourself a few minutes of quiet contemplation, an opportunity to do nothing else but communicate with spirit. So, in that moment, that's all you want to do, nothing else. I'm just going to be quiet here for 3 minutes and just create the opportunity for spirit to communicate with me in some way. Yeah, great. Okay.
Wow.
That was wonderful.
Pretty awesome. I'm going to tell you that whoever's around you is just surrounding you with so much love. So, they even have stars in their hair. In other words, their heads are so high that they're up with the stars. And so I really feel very good about it for you, dear. Thank you. All right. Scorpio Mama. Can she have a message?
It's coming to the surface, just like Pam's been telling me. Every single day I read a new story about Bigfoot.
What?
And
Really?
about someone seeing it, someone took a new picture, and every day. And all of a sudden now there's new pictures of Loch Ness that they've all of a sudden that several people saw it again last week. And so, or just every day there's another UFO sighting. Or,
there's another.
it's just a lot coming, I think. You almost have to really have your head in the sand, kind of, because coming so flushed out that it's hard not to notice it, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's just me.
Yeah. No, I think everybody's feeling it, Mark. I really do. I think that's what part of the tension is, and the depression is that we're feeling as a collective. So, wow. By the way, if you get a chance, everybody, and you're interested in, if you like documentaries, this documentary I watched last night on Hulu was so good. It was called Finding Michael. It was about a brother who went to Mount Everest to bring his brother's body home, but he passed there in 1999. And it talks about the ordeal and losing him. He was only 22 when he died, but there's been an awful lot of people that died on Mount Everest. So, but it was very well done and very Buddhist. Photos aren't of Bigfoot. They are me in the morning groping for a cup of coffee. That's good genealogy. Mark, your shirt is a work of art, it says. Yes. Very
Little
good.
kitty.
That's what Linda says. Yeah. I know. It's gorgeous.
Too. Same little face. He's so cute. Uh,
Go back to Scorpio Mama here. Sorry.
Well, Scorpio Mama, I think you're going to have to take this and make of it what you will. But for some reason, they're showing a judge's gavel banging down. So I went into the energy more and asked, okay, what does this mean for Scorpio Mama? Why am I seeing a judge's gavel smacking down like that? And I'm not getting something clear. It almost feels like it could mean that you're going to get some sort of justice that you've been wanting. But it almost, you could take that a different way, like suspend your judgments. Don't be too hard on yourself or others. So I'm just going to leave it at that because I'm not really getting that much more of it. Just this big smack of a judge's gavel.
Yeah. Wonder if she relates to that anyway. Yeah. Scorpio Mama. Well, again, like with everybody, you're going to move into a more calm, balanced energy. Moving out of rough waters into calm. But that's, again, they've been saying that just about every single reading, that's what's coming. We're all going to have a little bit of a respite or feeling not so out of it a little bit. And then I get this King of Swords. These are cool cards. They all have animals. This is a lion. But that could be talking about some kind of, law thing or something. But it also feels like it's saying, with this new energy that's coming in the spring, you're going to be coming from a much more stable place. Your thinking is going to be clearer. You're going to be ready to take new steps and new movement. So ready to move into success. So you get the Six of Wands. So it's like the energy is going to shift for you. You're going to be up, moving in a positive direction. And I'm going to also say, which is going to bring more work your way, not or service, works, whatever you want to call it. But you'll be more activity. And I kind of get that for a lot of us, that we're going to be asked to do a little bit more or something with the spring energy in some way, each one kind of individually. But that's what I'm hearing today.
Well, you'll be happy to hear this one, Mama. I get the knight, and your knight in shining armor, and the baby in the womb. I don't know. I don't know. You've been asking that question for a while, but that's what I got.
Yeah, she says my
Thanks,
mind's
Scorpio
been
Mama.
lately. That kind of reminds me of King of Swords, like getting your mind getting clearer and more on point, sort of. That's what that seemed to say.
Oh, that's wonderful.
So M. Steve says his brother-in-law is doing his mother's taxes. Will I have an issue with them? There were a couple things I forgot to do. Steve,
Well, I have an issue with
You mean like you didn't do like get certain forms for back, or you didn't give us a little bit of a what is it that you didn't do? If you can just put in generic terms. All right. Of course, they can read it anyway and see.
So, Steve, I consulted your higher self. For some reason, I took it up a level. We went up a level rather than just trying to
Mm-hmm.
kind of talk to your soul. And they, so you said that yes, you might have a tiny bit of issue with your brother, but they're saying in the larger picture, it's nothing. It's really nothing. And in fact, they're encouraging you to be extremely calm. So in other words, it kind of feels like my that gavel's back a little bit, like suspend your judgment just a little bit. Assume the best. Assume that when your brother says, "Oh my God," you say, "Oh, um, tell me more about it." You try to think the best first, and you'll stay out of it. But they're saying in the larger scope of life, it's nothing.
yeah.
Yep.
Yep. I get, yeah, there might be a little bit of something that, like talking to you about it or something. Because the two of you are more alike than you like to say. Here's a mirror card. And gonna
Mm-hmm.
kind of like, it's almost like he'd say the same, he's gonna say things to you like you would say to him. It's sort of like that. I don't think he's gonna go by without saying something about something. Sort of like just to prove that he noticed or, something like that. And it has to do with, the gold coins,
Oh,
the
jeez.
taxes, the money. I think it's so funny that this
Mm-hmm.
one came out, this gold coins. So he is going to probably talk
Yeah.
about it. But in the end, it's not a big deal. It's, it'll just flow right on past. It's like
Yeah.
normal stuff, like brother stuff. And it's all going to work out. It's not going to be a big problem. Um, like you get to heaven at the end. So it's all okay. But I think you guys push each other's buttons sometimes anyway, even if it's
Mm-hmm.
kind of even playfully. And so there'll be some kind of interaction. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Terri has got to pretty much leave on time today. She can stay maybe another 5 or 10 minutes, but I would like to do the questions that have to do with mediumship, and then Mark and I can always answer the other questions. So I'm going to don't worry. I'll come back to you. But Valerie S is one that lost her brother on the last Monday, basically.
Mm.
I was in another chat and knew that had happened, and I send you lots and lots of love, Valerie. But she's wondering if she could get a message, if you can reach him, if he's available.
It would be nice to have his name. So
Oh, his
maybe
first
maybe we
name.
could
Yeah.
maybe we could get his first name and finish the other question or
Yep. Oh, his name was Yuri.
Yuri.
Yury.
Okay. Yuri.
Yep.
Okay, good.
Yep. Thanks, Valerie.
So, so Yuri he's showing me, sorry, I'm trying to kind of figure out which part of this is important to see. He's showing me these tennis shoes that are very fancy, very expensive, very fancy. They look like they almost have three colors, like kind of a cream colored, a sagey green color, and then a dark greeny blue color. Um, and it looks almost like he has a jacket similar. And so to me, Yuri feels like he's kind of a nice dresser, or he's trying to show me these for a reason. But anyway, it would be nice these if the these mented things that if we knew for sure we had Yuri here. But even though I'm just going to keep going, but he's showing me these sneakers, I think, for kind of a reason, because he's kind of like gliding them into the picture fast. So I think what he's telling me is it was fast, that much faster than he thought that it was going to be, much smoother than he thought. Because I think he thought that this might take more time to go over to transition. And so he's still in the transition phase, but he's showing me this sneaker, sliding it in, showing me the smoothness of the leather. So that's what I'm getting from it, that it was faster than he thought, smoother than he thought. So do you have a message for Valerie? Hey sis, everything's all right. I'm fine. Everything's good over here. Um, he says, I'm just getting reacquainted with everybody. And for some reason, he's now showing me kind of a hawk. The hawk is high. It's not like he's holding a hawk. It's like, I don't know exactly what the hawk, or maybe it's an owl. Anyway, it's just kind of almost like it's a covering or something that kind of signifies your family wiseness of the people on the other side. Well, that's all I got so far.
Okay.
Did you want to go, Allie, or you want me to?
No, I'm gonna let you go. Yeah.
Okay. Well, he's having an adventure over there. He says, "Well, I returned. I get dust, but ashes to ashes, dust to dust, because I returned to my essence." And then from this side, I got to see how I fit in to the stew, to the big picture, this cauldron. So it's like it's a different perspective over here, and I can see a bigger picture and how we each fit in there. He's enjoying that, looking at things from a different perspective over there. Like he likes that. I think he may have already come to you in your dreams. I know he hasn't been gone that long. I lost my brother in February too. I'm very sorry to hear you did as well. Mine was on the 2nd, so at the beginning. But I feel like he may have already been to visit you in your dreams, or he's going to. But I think you may have already seen him in your dreams. He's also talking about this. Now, you might know better. It has something to do with religion. I don't know if you guys are religious or if he was a different religion or something like that. But he says that religion, or this whatever that is, religion, that he studied and was kind of devoted to, was kind of full of it. He kind of talked about hell and an inferno, and he said, yeah, none of that's true. Like he's kind of going, nah. And a lot of that I was taught was not true.
Mm.
And it sort of, you know, led me down a different thought path than what was. So he does want to say that boy, I can really see how that was off base or something from here. So that's what I'm hearing from him.
Might be Valerie. You can come back maybe next month or something and see if because he's in that transition time. So, but I think they got some pretty good messages from him. So, thank you, dear.
You know
All
that
right.
movie? What was that movie that Meryl Streep did about the other side?
Defending your life.
Yeah, it. I got
Yeah.
that image at the beginning, like sort of like on a bus going to, sort of like I always get this quite often, like especially when it hasn't been very long, that they're busily doing
Mm-hmm.
stuff over there.
Mm-hmm.
He's in the midst
Mm-hmm.
of it. Yeah.
Yep. So Linda wonders if we can reach her mom Joyce, who passed about 14 years ago. Thanks, Valerie.
Joyce.
Well, the Joyce I have on my stage looks like kind of a broad woman who's just one of those ladies you can count on. And um, I told her she has to provide more evidence, and she got a tiny bit snippy with me because she said something like, "I already showed you," and I'm like, "Oh, I." So it seems to me she really liked her activities, like going on about bingo, but um, but I think it was more. I think she had friends. She had lots of activities. Um, she spoke her mind. I think she did. She was quick to tell me that I saw it. I should just say it. So, okay. Well, okay. So, Joyce, Joyce, do you have a message for Linda? She says, Linda, dear, Linda, my heart, you need to make the most of everything. She's saying, no matter what happens in your life, whether you have um, something bad happening or you have something, she's like, just let it go. She's encouraging you to do something that I just didn't think I would hear, but she's like, be as dramatic as you want. If it's bad, let it be as bad as possible. Lay on the floor and kick your feet a few times even. I mean, she says, if it's good, let it be as good as possible. She says, you're on an adventure, take advantage of every little thing. Don't listen to anything that I or others told you when you were little, that little girls have to be good, little girls have to not throw a fit, little girls have to be quiet and not express their. She's like, that's all BS. And so she's just like, live life, live it all the way, be as dramatic as you want to be, and don't apologize for it. Okay, there you go.
Yeah, I get that. I agree with that, Terry. Because the big card that comes out and what she just seems to be screaming, it's this secrets, let the cat out of the bag. So it's just about exactly what Terry's talking about. Like, let the true you out. Be true to yourself. Express it. Don't hold back. Um, nothing's going to get you. She just really wants you to encouraging you to not listen to other people. Be who you know you are. Like that, she's saying. Because I feel like
Mhm.
in her life, she feels like she spent too much time listening to other people and not being fully who she would like to have been. And she doesn't want you to do that. So she's going, come on. Just like what Terry was saying, really, what I'm hearing.
Mhm. Wow. All right. Thank you, Linda. Ooh, I'm trying to find. Okay. Um, a light worker wonders if her cat Pantera has a message. And Terry, you when it's time for you to go, you just go. Okay. I don't want to
Okay.
stop you from.
I will
Okay.
I will answer this question, then I'm gonna go. Because I have
Okay.
an
That's
sorry,
fine.
bit of impinges on this,
No,
so
no
okay.
worries.
Is this cat here? I feel like this cat's alive. I'm wondering. Am I off there? Or is this,
Oh,
are you here like what? Is, is the cat here in your house or is it past? For some reason I feel like it's still here.
all right. A light worker, if you're here, let us know if your cat is here or passed, please.
Oh, he passed away in 2013. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Hmm. That's about 10 years ago. Um, well, I feel like he wants to be here, which is why he was kind of asking me that. I feel like he's thinking about, here we go again, the idea of returning to you. It's been a while. Mm. So either you already have him again and he's there, or he's coming because I get pounce, decide to act. So that's like taking action right now. Assertive, take your place at the table. So returning to where he was again, getting right back up into his seat, back home. Um, and this risk, take a chance card. You see the little cat in space, outer space. It's like that idea of him deciding, oh, I think I can return from above and get back, and kind of jumped in on it. So I don't know if you already have a cat. The reason I keep asking that is because he acted like he was here in the beginning. Um, so he's, you either already have him or her. It might have been a girl, or they're coming back. That's what I'm hearing.
You know, this is one where I can't offer very much, because I do see a cat. The cat is hissing at me, and that is all the cat is saying to me. So I too am wondering if the cat is in some sort of transition. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to take a big old chance out here, but it kind of looks to me like a Abyssinian cat, and it encompasses the colors of Mark's cards. Those cards you just held up are all the colors I'm seeing on this cat, and it's just hissing at me, so I can't get anything out of it. So sorry.
It's all right. I haven't been the best today myself, so
I
Oh, I
know.
love it. She has a cat named Teriyaki.
Yeah.
I know, isn't that funny? Uh,
Okay.
all
Well,
right, Terry.
do you
We'll
have
see you
cards,
later,
Paul?
Terry.
Oh, okay. Okay. Have a great
All
day,
right.
everybody.
Bye, Terry.
Thank you, honey.
Bye.
Thank you, Terry. So, Mark, we have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. MJ 420. We'll see what the energy is, MJ, but it's really difficult for us to read on medical. You can well imagine that we have to be very careful because we're not medical professionals. I hope you have considered going to a neurologist to see what's going on. But let's see if what we can pull here for you. Oh, Mark is using his.
Yeah. Hey, light worker, just consider that because I pull one more card and it says trust, take the leap. So I'm not convinced that that might be the same little kitty that you have. Seeing him return. So I don't know. I'm just getting a very strong hit about that. So just think about it. See what you think.
That Pantera is reincarnated as teriyaki. Is that what you're?
Yep, that's what I'm feeling like.
Okay. Okay, Willow. Thanks, honey. Yeah, I don't know why I have very low energy today.
Me too.
Willow. Yeah, and Mark does. Yeah, she says we look really tired.
I am tired a little bit. I thought I was going to be too tired to do this, but I came on anyway.
I understand. Yeah. So, yeah. Okay, so again, this
MJ 420.
You're not sure there's seizures?
Oh. I don't know. I'm not quite getting that it's a seizure. But what would it be, though?
Yeah.
Are these seizures?
I've pulled a couple of cards, MJ.
Good.
I got risk and reward. I got the apple. The second one is maybe you've been doing something too hard. I don't know if you've been cleaning or you've been working really hard at something and you're just exhausted. I know if I don't sleep well, I don't get seizures, but I'm not on my best game. But the steering wheel is in your hands and you're in the driver's seat. I would suggest a trip to the neurologist, honestly, honey. Yeah. Oh, low energy is the theme. Jane the Seeker can't get rid of the flu. Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Wow.
I feel like I have the flu, but I don't think I do. But I feel like that, kind of like. Oh.
It's ascension flu. That's what it is. It's the ascension flu, Mark. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything else for MJ? So you don't think it's seizures? That's not what you're getting.
No, I'm not 100% sure. It might. And of course, I'm not a doctor, so don't take anything I'm saying.
No, well, none of us are, right? Entertainment. Yeah.
It's almost like pressure or you know how like sometimes if you stand up too quick, you'll get like light effect or something like that.
Yeah.
It feels a little bit more like that kind of to me, like almost like blood pressure or some kind of pressure. That's the word I keep hearing. For some reason, they're acting like it's not what you typically call a seizure, but I think you probably know better than me if that's what it feels like. But yeah.
So Lisa says that anxiety and stress triggers her seizure. Oh, October appointment.
Wow.
Oh my honey, if it's that bad, you go to the emergency room. Don't you wait till October. That's terrible.
Right.
Goodness sake. Hi, Beck. Yeah, I mean, that's just me talking. That's not, I just, I've got neuropathy myself, Willow, in my feet. And it's good on some days and bad on the other days, but I'm not getting seizures from it. But, as we get older, a lot of things change. So anyway, oh gosh, I wish we could give you a more definitive answer, but none of us are MDs, and we don't, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Mark described exactly what Suzanne just went through this week. Really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I know. I just
Oh,
keep getting like water and pressure kind of a thing. So
yeah.
I don't know.
Yep.
I mean,
Yep. But
okay.
this is what I remember whenever I call my doctor's office and they don't have an appointment for me for months, or not certainly not till October, but I always say, they say to me, you need to take yourself to the emergency room if
Right.
because you need to take care of it before that, way before that. Anyway, that's
Go
our
to
best
urgent
advice to
care.
you, dear.
Lots of times there's an
Yeah.
urgent care
Yeah.
person.
Urgent.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep. Okay, so we got Amy, a special message from Spirit Group here. Let's see what Spirit Group has to say to you, Amy. Ooh. All right, Amy. First one I pulled out was wildflowers. And, I think we're all anxious for spring to come. And so I'm seeing that, you're anxious to see the flowers come up and be outside. Also, it brings up well-being, and, it has to do with our well-being. Just like in the wintertime when it's very dismal outside, we need extra vitamin D, or we need a light that helps us with sad. I'm seeing that you have a longing for a new beginning. So that's what I come up with, Amy. And I think that's what you're dealing with. I think you're still trying to wait to move. So if I remember correctly. Did you drop a bunch of cards, Mark?
Yes, and the millions fell on the floor. Oh, Lord. I'm getting a little bit what Allie was saying, too, because I just pulled one card that fell out that didn't fall on the floor. And this one is the forest. But, I'm hearing, like she was talking about, get out, go outside. But I'm hearing, like, take a time. You could actually go to the woods or the forest, but just go out in nature. Like, even if you go out in the yard or take a walk along the beach, whatever, they're suggesting that you get out there a little bit and, get into that energy. A lot of times when we're in nature, the creator, God's energy is the dominant energy in nature. And so you can get in touch with it a little more easily, or feel at one with it a little bit more. And sometimes nature really helps you do that. So that's just what I'm hearing.
Okay. I think we're all kind of in the same energy boat here. It's very interesting. Very interesting. I'm going to do, Craig, I'm going to do yours last. Carolyn's saying that she's been trying to practice gratitude. She got an unexpected repayment from the dentist that she could pay off her credit card with. Did my parents orchestrate this? Well, honey, give yourself some credit, because if you've been practicing gratitude, that goes a long, long way. But Let's see what the cards say. Yeah.
It's really one of the most powerful things you can do, is to be grateful, and just do it.
Yep.
Whether you believe it or not, just do it anyway. But the first thing I'm hearing from Spirit is, you're not trying to practice gratitude. You are practicing gratitude. So take the trying part out, because you're doing it, and they don't want you to doubt that you are doing it. And this is a result of that. It's like a universal,
it is
coinky dink, oh, look, I got unexpected money out of the blue, and I've been trying to be grateful and look at prosperity stuff. It's I think it's related to that exactly. So, not that your parents might not be watching over it and enjoying it, but I really think it comes more from the work you've been doing than what they've been doing.
Great. Oh my God. The first card I pulled was wildness. and this happened to you, and it was wild. It was like you didn't expect it to come to you, but look what comes next. Gratitude. Dun, da, da,
Ah,
da. Can't
look
make
at
this
that.
up. Can't make it up. Can't make it up. And it says, you, my dear, are the star. Yeah. It is your own hard work or just appreciation. You can be grateful that that the mail came early today. I mean, we can be grateful about any small thing, and the more grateful we are, the more gratitude that we are attracting into our lives. But yes, girl, you did it. You did it. You did it.
The
You
more you're
did it.
grateful for, the more there is to be grateful for.
Yep.
It acts. That's the
Yep.
way it works. The same thing. And it's like the more,
Mm-hmm.
uh, like if you walk around being upset all the time, then you just create things to make you upset. It's that same thing. You bring it in. But universe is saying you're doing good. They want you to keep working on it. Playing. I like to change that word to
Yep.
playing with it. Uh, you know,
Playing it.
like light your little candle and write down your gratitude list or something like that. They want you to
There
keep
you
doing it.
go.
Yeah.
Yep. And Jan's Free said she's been practicing and she's been getting 111 numbers. Good for you, girl. Yeah.
Yep.
And Wayne, yes, there is no try. There is only do and do not. I love it.
Yep.
Yoda.
Yep.
Okay, last one. Craig was driving in Arizona on his way back. He had quite the adventure, I tell you. A lady was getting beaten by her boyfriend, and he set her on fire. I flagged a female sheriff, and they sent her to the hospital. Is she okay? This was in Navajo Nation, I believe. And there is an awful lot of abuse of Native American women. And he had said that, but he stopped and flagged down this policewoman. I think you said, Craig, tell me if I'm wrong, that she was also smelled of alcohol. So there was some alcohol problem going on. I'm not saying that anybody should be beaten and set on fire for any reason, but I know that Native Americans have a hard time integrating alcohol. Hi, Teresa Baltazar. It's nice to see you, dear. Mm-hmm. Hmm. Wow.
Yeah, I think you were kind of just put there
Yep.
to stop it, or to be like an angel. And, because like you say, or somebody was saying, not a lot of people would even stop or
Oops.
anything, and you
No,
would.
true.
And, but, and you did give them a reprieve. I feel like they're both, although from the way you described it, it looked like her boyfriend would be the villain in this. But I feel like they both have they're both like, yeah, he lit her on fire, but she was full of fuel to begin with, and it didn't take much. So
Okay.
and that fuel could also be alcohol because I get the breath. So I feel like they were
Right.
both drinking or drugs. They're both out of it, basically.
Yep. Yep.
Like, and just in a like craze, anger, all of that. Just like, bleh, and just trying to end it. Um, so you gave them an opportunity to rethink and let's hope they do. But they might still be playing that same song again.
I know.
It might not be over with. They might go back to that old song that they know so well, and they both participate in it. It's like because sometimes, you know, and it sounds horrible, but you want to be a victim so badly that you'll just do anything. And I'm not trying to take sides or anything. They're both equally a mess,
Yeah.
which created that thing. But you were a gift in the moment, Craig, and helped
Yeah.
out. I don't know that they'll take the hint, though. We'll see.
I know. So I get the same sort of thing. It was a fluid situation that you came to. It was amazing that you were there. It says that you were the one that was in the flow where you were, and he's giving Clara a lot of kudos for this because he was in the right place at the right time for this lightning strike. Really, a sudden, unexpected event, and it was shocking to you. I mean, it would be for anybody to come upon that. I get here that those two are up on a stage. And the sad part is if she doesn't do something to get away from this person, she's going to find herself back on the same stage. And I agree with Mark. I think that it takes two in this case. There's a lot of people who won't leave an abusive partner because they know what they'll get, and they may not know what they'll get if they were alone. And I'm not suggesting in any way that this woman, should be disparaged or anything for what happened. But at the same time, it's hard to break a pattern. I'm sensing that this is a pattern between the two of them. But you really did. You really did come at the right time. So
You gave
thank
them an
you for what.
opportunity to think about it a little bit more and maybe to choose differently. But I almost get the feeling like even if it's that horrible experience, like that she'd go back. It
I
feels
know.
like that, like
Yeah, it does.
not
Yeah.
understanding the severity and everything and just not getting it kind of. But let's pray that that doesn't happen and that she does get some clarity.
Yeah.
Or he,
Yeah.
too, because they were,
Yeah.
anyway.
But if they're not ready to get the clarity, if they're not advanced souls enough to learn the lesson and move on from it, or they don't want to stop drinking or whatever it is that they do, then unfortunately, but you know what? You helped her this time. You helped them this time. And, maybe something good will come from that right now. The fact that she could get away and she has the opportunity. Is the opportunity. It's whether she'll take it or not. So good. Thanks, Craig. Thanks, everybody. Thank you so much for being here today. Sorry about the low energy. All of us are kind of feeling it today. And we're sending a lot of love to you and appreciation. Thank you, Mark. Thanks, everybody.
For having me. Bye, you guys.
You're welcome. Bye, everybody.